I'm Joanna Fantozzi, Senior Editor with Nation's Restaurant News, and I'm here with Mike Muldoon with City Barbecue. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Joanna, for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
So we were having a conversation yesterday about loyalty and all that, and I'd love to kind of dig into that a bit more. But first of all, what is, I guess, just more broadly, what is on your mind lately at your brand? What are you trying to solve? What are you most excited about?
Yeah, look, we're really excited at City Barbecue. We're celebrating 25 years in business this year. So in the last 25 years, we're now at 75 joints in 10 states. It's hard to believe this thing started back in Rick and Bonnie Mailer's garage, 25 years ago, and now we're at 75 today. But look, there's a lot going on. Certainly, economic concerns are top of mind for everybody. We seem to be weathering that storm very well, though. So, our joints, most of our markets, we're seeing positive guest counts right now. The consumer's spending a little bit less than they used to. But for me, the real win is getting more people walking in the door. So we're glad to see that.
And now with limited service brands such as yourself, I feel like a lot of maybe your colleagues and competitors in the industry are leaning into discounting, and some others are leaning away from discounting as kind of that solution to the softer consumer environment. So what is your take on that?
So we really are not a fan of jumping into the discounting game, right? I think we offer a premium product. We believe we offer a premium service. We think we've got our menu priced right for people. Now, if you're a member of our loyalty group, what we call City Rewards, there are some incentives there. There are discounts you can earn and redeem points, so you can see some discounts that way. But that's really to increase the frequency, and we actually see that convert to that. But we're not a big believer in discounting our prices or discounting the brand. We feel like that you basically will condition the consumer or the guest to wait for that next discount when you go that road.
Yes, I was just about to say that because we were just talking about that yesterday, and that a lot of people see loyalty and discounting as going hand in hand, and that one necessarily needs to follow the other. How do you kind of differ on, I guess, what is your approach to loyalty?
So, if you look at, like I said, our City Rewards members, very, very important group to us. They actually visit our joints 2 times more than non-loyalty members. So, by being a loyalty member, you do get exclusive offers, you get exclusive content, but we also want to leverage that people because they're extremely loyal to us. One of the things I love most about my job is I'm in the joints quite a bit, and I'm there to see our team members, talk to them, but also I love talking to the guests. And it's not uncommon at all that I'll meet people who come in 1, 2, 3 times a week. So they are truly loyalists of our brand, and we want to reward that. And what we've done lately is we think part of the success that we've had is, first of all, we want to remove as much friction as we can from the ordering process. So we've invested a lot of time and money in improving the digital experience, in improving the ordering experience, whether you're ordering through the app, through the website, or if you're in the joint. We've spent a lot of money there. So we think we've done a good job removing that friction, but also with targeting our messaging. We don't want to send mass messages to all of our loyalty members. We have several 100,000 people in our City Rewards program. So there's not one message that's going to be be an interesting or relevant message for them. So we believe part of the success that we've seen with that frequency is by really segmenting those groups with their purchase behavior or their frequency so that we can send them messaging that is relevant to them and it's going to be interesting to them. And many times that's not a discount.
Yeah.
It's more product driven than it is price driven.
And so how are you able to personalize those messages, and what might that look like on the consumer end?
So, what we'll do is we've partnered with a few third parties, and we've done that just this year, where we now have a new customer data platform that we can really tie purchase behavior to whether you're a City Rewards member, or even if you're not, but you're a credit card user. We can actually tie your purchases to a credit card number, so we can track your purchases over time. We can also track your frequency, how often you're coming in, time between visits. So that will determine what you have bought in the past, will dictate how we communicate to you in the future, because once again, like I said, we want the messaging to be relevant and interesting to you. And we'll also utilize what we call like audiences. So if you have an audience that is a similar demographic to the City Rewards members, we can target them with that same messaging, assuming that they might have the same purchase behavior.
And so I guess what might those messages, those personalized messages, look like if they're not discounting? And and how do they get people to come back if it's not like a 20-25% discount?
So what we can do with our data is if somebody's a big purchaser of a brisket sandwich, okay, and they also want to order the brisket nachos or they want to order a chips and queso, we can actually message based on that like audience. We can communicate what that new shareable item might be, that the queso and chips or the brisket nacho, knowing the people who bought that brisket sandwich in the past also ordered that. So we'll try to tie the purchases together for the people who might order the single item, but that's where we consider them a like audience.
Okay, and how does a City Barbecue sometimes customer then become a loyalty customer? How do you get them to that next level besides great food?
Sure. Okay, well, sometimes that does include a discount, right? So we'll run what we call acquisition programs. And we also, when you look at the loyalty program, it's not just about good digital, or it's not the effort of just the marketing department. We want to get that guest when they're in the joint. We want to get, if they're not a City Rewards member, we want to get them to sign up. So we make it very easy. It could be through a QR code in the joint. It might be the cashier behind the POS asking you if you're a member, and if not, would you like to sign up? So employee training is a big part of it, so we can make that happen easy. And well, it also goes back to the technology, making it easy and seamless for you to sign up. And then we will have acquisition programs. One I can use, a recent example is in September, part of the 25-year celebration is one of the offers that we had is you could get a pulled pork sandwich for 25 cents, okay? So, but to do that, you had to be a City Rewards member.
Yeah.
So the 25-cent pulled pork was really a thank you to all of the guests who've helped us be successful for the last 25 years. But we also saw 40,000 people sign up for our City Rewards program just because they wanted that 25-cent pulled pork sandwich. So now that is, if you look at the discount on that, yes, that is a large discount, but we also look at the average basket price, and those people spent well over the average price point. So they weren't there just for that pulled pork sandwich. They basically got a meal for the family and brought it home. Now it's up to us to communicate effectively to them to bring them back in. Because what we've seen is if we can get a guest to that third visit, then we pretty much got them. And it's truly a partnership and a relationship, and the customer lifetime value is pretty strong at that point. That's
very true. And you mentioned that you guys are a premium product, so discounting might be a sometimes or every once in a while thing for you, and you're not necessarily going to go into that deep discounting lane too terribly often. What else are you doing to tackle that softer consumer environment?
So we recently came out with, we've introduced a drive-through back in 2020. And almost half of our joints now have a drive-through, and we learned a lot with that in regards to the purchase behavior through the drive-through. People asking for combos, and we've even had guests through our survey of the City Rewards member ask for, is there some type of combo package that I can get? So we did put together some combo pricing that technically is a discount, but we've seen a lot of consumers or a lot of our guests opt into that. So when they come in, they'll upgrade their purchase, not just a sandwich, but they'll make it a combo, get one or two sides as along with the beverage.
Yeah, so that absolutely makes sense. Yeah. All right, I think that's a great place to end up. Thank you so much, Mike, for talking to us today. Really appreciate it.
Really enjoyed it, Joanna. Thank you so much. Thanks. Great to meet you.